is the Seagulls versus the Panthers, and this is the big toughie of the week for me. It's the Seagulls are so hard to tip against because every time you think that they've not got the quality, or that you think they maybe don't have that clinical edge, they make you eat your own words. They're such a hard team to call against, and you saw it last week. Cade Cuss had a phenomenal game. Adding Fanua-Blake, ever reliable in the forward pack, just absolutely tore up the middle. I mean, the only change the Seagulls made this week is Waddell coming in for Gosiewski. I thought Gosiewski played really well. So I think this one's probably a knock, to be honest. The Panthers, unchanged from the side that played last week, eked out that win against the Titans. Even so, the fact that they were run so close by the Titans does put an air of doubt in my mind. So I would be tempted to back the Seagulls on the plus against the Panthers. But I think the Panthers will probably have been read the riot act over the course of the week, because they won't have been happy with their performance at all. But it's a tough one to pick, is this? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, look, my immediate thought, and obviously the StreamYard platform that we use doesn't allow for us to add the reserves because of the character limit. But I will note that Dylan Walker is named in the 19 for Manly, which could see Cade Cuss shift out of the squad. Lockie Croker in the 14, I think, is too versatile to not have him there. And Api Coruscant is named in the 18 for the Panthers, looking to make a miraculous recovery from an elbow injury. It was suggested that he could be out for a month, but may only miss the week. Look, despite, I think, the potential of a Manly upset at Brookvale, I am going the Panthers. I have a question mark next to the Panthers. It was the only game that I had sort of second-guessed myself. Aikens, you can tell that he's great under the high ball. He'll churn meters out, but he's not that ball-playing fullback that Dylan Edwards is. It's not the fullback that they used to have with Matt Moylan before Edwards kind of kicked him out of his spot there. Cleary was MIA in that first half. He somewhat showed up when they needed him, but he didn't have his best game. A lot of it was Jerome Luai running around trying to create something out of nothing. Their forwards were fantastic. The Source got over for a cheeky try. Look, I think the Panthers class will come out with this one. They get Viliami Kikau back. It does push Tyrone May to the 14 and Burden out. I don't think we saw Burden last week, now that I think about it. I don't remember seeing him on the field. It also puts Isaiah Yeo back into the 13, where I think he does some of his best work. I'll let you go through your bets, mate. I honestly don't have a lot of confidence in throwing money on this one. I will say, though, for you, the line is 4.5.
Right, okay. Well, that kind of ties into where I'm thinking right now, because last two meetings between these two, Panthers take a 15-12 win and a 28-24 win back in 2018. So this one has close game written all over it. You go down to the stats. Points scored for the Seagulls, 179. Points scored for the Panthers, 262. Seagulls conceded 193. Panthers conceded 158. It's going to be tight. It's going to be incredibly tight. Whether it's high scoring and tight or low scoring and tight is what I'm struggling to really get to grips with right now. So I'm going to say you take either team 1-12. You go Panthers 1-12. Or if you are looking at the Seagulls, don't take them at the line, take them on a plus 12.5 just to cover you on those two converted tries. It's going to be tight. I do think that the Panthers could potentially open out a bit of a margin towards the end of the game. You've seen that the Panthers do have a habit of randomly just showing up in the last 15 minutes, which it does leave that air of doubt in my mind. But I think Panthers 1-12 or Sea Eagles on a plus 12.5 on the handicap.
Yeah, look, there's no real confident bet for me. I'm not going to lie. So I would recommend for those taking the punt to go with Matthew's tips. I have to point out, as I go through the Panthers' last 5 games, Brent Naden has scored, I believe, in 3 or 4 of the last 5. He has also been the first try scorer twice. So there could be some cheeky value for Naden, first try scorer, at $14. I always err away from first try scorers, but at that value, that is going to be my value bet for the week. Naden at 14. I do like your Panthers 1-12. I think that they will put up a little bit of a lead, but it's not going to be too bad. It's a tough one. It absolutely is a tough one. I'm going to go either team by 8 or less at $2. As my other bet, I'm not going to offer much else. Obviously, if I say Naden first try scorer, I'm going to suggest him at any time at $2.88. But the money tips on this one, I don't have a lot of confidence in. The only thing that I do want to point out, Tafua has a habit, not much to the likes of Micah Silo, of charging into the line. We've seen that in the last couple of weeks. If he does that, Watene Zelezniak has some quick acceleration, not necessarily a great top speed, but very quick off the mark. Watene Zelezniak could be a shout for the Panthers as well. But I will stick with Naden and value first try scorer at 14, anytime at $2.88. Either team 8 or less at $2.
Okay, then. With that, we will move on to the next one.